Hello students, chapter 12, the age of machines. The discovery of metals like copper and iron had greatly revolutionized man's life. The stone tools of early man were replaced by those of copper and iron. Iron is much stronger than copper, and tools made of iron like axes, plows, etc. have made man's life much easier. Man became a skilled farmer, carpenter, etc. in due course of time, and he could chop trees, forests, and turn the land into a farmland. Metal tools. Copper was the first metal discovered by man. It changed the lifestyle of man. Early man used copper to make better, stronger, and more useful tools and weapons. Still later, he discovered that other metals like tin and lead were also useful. फिर एक नया मेटल डिस्कवर किया जो कि है ब्रॉन्ज. ब्रॉन्ज था मिक्सचर ऑफ टिन एंड कॉपर. And early men used bronze for making tools, implemented, and utensils. अब हम पढ़ते हैं स्टीम इंजन के बारे में. Steam engine was invented by James Watt in 1769. It proved to be the greatest turning point in the life of man. James Watt was a Scottish engineer, and that time coal mines in England used to get filled with rainwater. Mining could not be done until the water was pumped out. This required द पावरफुल पंप. बहुत पावरफुल पंप की जरूरत होती थी ताकि इस हम पानी को निकाल सकें और माइनिंग वापस से शुरू कर सकें. द पावर ऑफ स्टीम वॉज ऑलरेडी नोन, बट ये वाला जो पावर था इसको कंट्रोल करने की ज़रूरत थी और इसको अच्छे तरीके से इस्तेमाल करने की ज़रूरत थी. विद द हेल्प ऑफ स्टीम इंजन अ पंप कुड नाउ बी यूज्ड. सो जेम्स वॉट ने स्टीम इंजन को इन्वेंट किया. उसके बाद आते हैं जॉर्ज स्टीफनसन, अ ब्रिटिश इंजीनियर, इन्वेंटेड द रेलवे इंजन्स इन 1814. And he is known as the father of the railways. The first public passenger train in the world was drawn on 27th of September. Gradually, petrol and diesel were used to run cars, buses, and trucks as well. Then we will study about Industrial Revolution. It began in early 19th century in England, and the steam engine made it possible to run big machines. Now, the work of man and animals were done by the machines. Goods could be produced in large quantities now. All this led to the factory system. People started working in factories and production increased. This was known as the Industrial Revolution. उसके बाद हम पढ़ेंगे मास प्रोडक्शन के बारे में. जैसे जैसे मशीन एज आया, जैसे जैसे इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन आया तो प्रोडक्शन भी इंक्रीज होने लगी. पहले आर्टिजन्स और क्राफ्ट्समैन जो है एक एक करके चीज़ें बनाते थे, लेकिन अब क्योंकि मशीन्स आ गई और इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन हो गया तो बहुत बल्क में प्रोडक्शन होने लगा. देन there's an interesting story about an ironsmith who used to make rifles in a small workshop. One day he received an order. एक बार उन्होंने ऑर्डर रिसीव किया ऑलमोस्ट 10,000 राइफल्स का, जो कि एक निर्धारित टाइम में दिया जाना था. People were surprised and were curious to know how would he make so many rifles in a short time. He carefully prepared the design and model of a rifle, then prepared the molds, and different parts were made by other blacksmiths separately. On assembling these parts, the rifles were ready. So, mass production means the system of using machines to make the same kind of things in a given number of time. So, mass production factories में होने लगा और उसके लिए एक बड़े बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज यूज की गई, वहां पे सेटअप किया गया और एक तरीके की चीजें क्वांटिटी में प्रोड्यूस किया जाने लगा. दिस हैज नोन एज इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन. देन सोर्सेज ऑफ एनर्जी. फूड फॉर द मशीन इज like the power that makes the work. So the power is derived from coal, mineral oil, electricity, and other sources. Next is coal. Coal was the first and most important fuel to be used in machines in large scale. Coal is found deep under the Earth's surface. It was millions of years ago that the dead plants buried under the earth. Initially, coal deposits were found almost on the Earth's surface, but due to the constant use, the coal mines have become deeper and deeper. उसके बाद आता है mineral oil. Mineral oil is a liquid fuel found below the Earth's surface, and the mineral oil or the crude oil is drilled and refined to get kerosene, petrol, gasoline, diesel, and other oil. Then we have electricity. Electricity was discovered by a man in Netherlands who developed a toy called Leyland jar. It consisted of a wire that dipped in the water of the jar. The other wire was outside the jar, and when two wires were joined together, they produced a spark. And that is how electricity was invented. In the year 1800, an Italian scientist discovered the first battery which produced small amounts of electricity. Later, engineers made new machines which generated amounts of electricity. They were termed as generators. Electricity can be produced in a number of ways. अब यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कैसे प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं वो हम देखेंगे. So, with the increase of population, our sources of energy like coal, gas, oil, etc. are getting exhausted very fast. Scientists are trying to find another sources of energy, and these are known as renewable sources of energy, जैसे कि solar energy, wind energy and so on. ये वाले एनर्जी सोर्सेज ऐसे हैं जो कभी भी एग्जॉस्ट नहीं होंगे. So what are the points to be remembered in this chapter? The discovery of metal has greatly revolutionized man's life. Copper was the first metal to be discovered. Bronze was a mixture of copper and tin. An invention of steam engine by James Watt marked the beginning of the new era. That's all for this chapter, students, and I will see you in the next chapter. Thank you so much and have a good day.